Welcome back. If you're viewing my channel for the first time, welcome. On Monday, September 16th, Sean Diddy Combs, 54 years old, turned himself in to federal police, Homeland Security, at a New York hotel. He avoided law enforcement officers obtaining him from his home, which would have been a huge embarrassment and repeat trauma for his children. According to the news reports, federal prosecutors accuse Diddy of forcing his victims into acts. So much more. A 55-page lawsuit filed by a 41-year-old Dawn Richard, member of Danity Kane, Diddy's former singing group, states that allegedly Diddy sexually violated her, deprived her of food, and did not pay her sufficiently for her work. So much time that she had in the studio with music releases without even earning the money due. Dawn Richards stated that she witnessed Diddy abuse Cassandra, Cassie Ventura, Kim Porter, and so many women on many occasions. Teens and young adults were flown into Diddy's freak-offs, and these are the lewd and degrading acts they were forced to do while he consistently recorded for his viewing pleasure. Some women were from the US, I believe Thailand, the Philippines, etc. And they were exotic, many of them, and described as mixed race, some African Americans, and from various countries. Now, Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, said in quotes, Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sexual performances at his freak-offs. Combs, in quotes, he stated, used force to cause victims to engage in extended acts with male commercial workers that Combs arranged, directed, pleasured himself, and often electronically recorded, end of quotes, the court documents charge. Along with these recordings, the feds took supplies, more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and other lubricants, defaced AR weapons, and a multitude of different types of drugs. And this male, who so-called puts his mother, Janice Combs, on a pedestal, always kissing her in public, spoiling her with the best of the best, extravagant jewelry, bags, clothing, real estate, of course. This proves, unfortunately, that even a male who demonstrates love for his mother and has a close bond with her can potentially victimize women without a second thought. Think of all the women, because this federal case goes back decades. Additionally, we know Diddy has 3 daughters. Allegedly, these lawsuits tell about a man who lacks empathy, brutalizes and exploits women every chance he gets. And everyone, it would be terrible if Diddy engaged in this behavior as a young record executive rapper decades ago in the 1990s. However, for him to consistently orchestrate these elaborate criminal extravaganzas in his 50s with 7 children is extremely brazen and horrendous. There's so much more. Diddy's victims were filled with drugs to control them for long stretches of time, hours, and even days at a time, confirmed by law enforcement, with participants, in quotes, having to get IV fluid to recover from physical exertion. This is sick. Several times of drugs which Sean Diddy Combs gave to his victims in order to, in quotes, to keep them obedient and compliant, End of quotes, the indictment states. Now, as a man of color who is a self made billionaire, well, he was able to claim that status in 2023, no longer. Why did Diddy believe that he would never be held accountable? Why? Because he had so much money and a tight network? This type of denial is utter self sabotage, in my opinion. There are numerous celebrities who allegedly were invited to Diddy's parties and or freak-offs. But listen, this is the thing. Research shows that the more people someone reveal their hidden identity or secret life to, all these different people who are in the mix, people from in the New York, people from different states, out of the country, the more difficult it is to maintain the original secrecy. This life that he had hidden from the rest of us, of course, will come into fruition, to the forefront. These are the results because a human tendency for people to trust others and the natural flow of creating a persona can't be long lived. Diddy's persona was a front as a confident man who has legitimate businesses and respects women, all a front. So, as more people will let in on the secret, the freak offs, the chances of unintended exposure increases, especially when there are tons and tons and tons of recordings. You know, you're going to do criminal acts and record yourself. That doesn't make any sense at all. You're just trying to get caught then. So, as more people learn about this over the years, it's just like a big, huge ball of fire waiting to explode. Many celebrity guests are seen on TikTok video clips from his parties over the years. There's word that Neo, Trey Songz, Usher, and comedian Kevin Hart, long list of rappers, athletes, allegedly some law enforcement officers were at his parties as well. There are even several top celebrities, millionaire couples, music and television executives involved. In the lawsuit, it also names some people that I thought I wasn't too shocked by, but others I was. Well, here are some of the names: Jennifer Lopez, Cuba Gooding Jr. Well, we know how he lives. Wild, just wild. Stevie J. I was shocked by Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Another name was Chris Brown. Other political figures are listed, international dignitaries, but all of the people I just named, they're in the lawsuit, but they are not charged. Currently, Diddy has been denied bail because he's a flight risk. As you know, he has about two homes that are on sale, and I believe he's even trying to sell one of his planes. He is accused of kidnapping, drugging, and coercing women into sexual activities, sometimes using his firearms and threats or even acts of extreme violence toward them. And typical Diddy, arrogantly, he pleads not guilty. So he has charges of racketeering, conspiracy, S trafficking, and transportation for the purpose of S workers, male and female. And if convicted, Sean Combs faces 15 years to life in prison. This is disgusting. All of these horrible, horrible acts that he has done, decades and decades and decades. I believe these criminal charges will stick, even though Diddy has hired an expensive celebrity attorney, Mark Agnafello. He's gotten away for decades. Now the party is over. I'm looking forward to see who will be testifying in Diddy's case. And you know, I wonder, his mother, Janice Combs, his right hand partner, I wonder, will she face any charges?